this season in car number 73 in the DeViso-owned car from Monroe, Dylan Izzo.
Car number 92 is Daniel Wesson in the competitive edge coating machine, starting 22nd.
Evers Trucking brings us car number 1 from Hatfield, Mass. Tyler Leary.
Tom Bowles is 76, Tony Gambrino in car number 44.
Then it will be the V1 Vodka car of John Catania in the 51, Canyon in 52, and in the 91. Competitive edge coatings and Ocean Resort and Casino bring us Frank Rocco, the earth shaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the SK Modified division. This is Stafford's own. They're ready to get them fired up off turn number 4. 27 of the best in SK Modified competition. Double greens are out, and Michael Christopher tries to hold off Stephen Kopsick in a dogfight battle of 2 black automobiles at the front. Kopsick looks a little racy down the back straightaway, takes over the lead. Here comes Matt Galko into the 3rd spot.
He came from the wilderness into 3rd place. What a power move, just like he did in qualifying tonight for the Open Modifieds. And tattooed to his back bumper is Tyler Hines.
There's no question about it. Moving to the outside, here comes Talman. Talman goes into the 4th spot, trying to bring with him the number 17 machine of Glenn Reen. Reen is starting to thread the needle through traffic. Here comes Todd Owen on the inside as they make their presence known, working their magic back to the front of the field. Michael Christopher is all over Stephen Kopsick, deep into turn number 3. Going. Kopsick tries to hold on the outside. Christopher on the bottom. Lead change, lap number 3. When they cross the line, lap number 2, it is car number 82 out in front.
As it took about a lap and a half for Mike Christopher to get that car up to speed, but it is certainly there now.
Look at Reen, Matt. He's going into the 3rd spot, black number 17. All the black cars, like evil, are coming to the front of the field.
Well, Reen's car owner, Dan Avery, told him to back off early, as he really didn't want him to make a move until there was 10 to go. Reen is a little ahead of schedule as he fights Galko and Talman for the number 3 position.
Talman is forced up the hill. Meanwhile, they're doubled up 2 and 3 wide, further back in the competition. All of a sudden, 3rd spot becomes the hot spot of the racetrack. Here comes Todd Owen. He's setting back in the 6th and 7th spot. Owen is making his presence known. Car number 01. And while all that's been happening, Chase Dowling is threading the needle through traffic with Kopsick and Eric Burns. Trouble out. We've got the 8 car Nick Salva a little bit out of shape in the mid-pack of cars.
And the battle intensifies up at the front between Christopher and Kopsick, as Kopsick close enough to do chin-ups on the spoiler of the Christopher car. Here is Reen all by himself in 3rd as he was able to pull away from Talman and Galko. Todd Owen never gives up. He's always a factor. Currently, he is in the top 6.
Eric Byrne is starting to thread the needle through traffic further back in the field. Remember, Byrne has been to the winner's circle 2 times this season. Meanwhile, another strong run being turned in by Joey Cipriano, as all of a sudden there is a heavy battle going back up front as Todd Owen moves down underneath Matt Galko. Owen, just like you called him, Matt, has moved in. Little puff of smoke came off one of the cars. We believe it was the number 48 machine of Marcello Rafano.
But Owen was able to make the pass. Now trying to make one a little deeper in the field as they come off of turn number 4. That is Michael Jarvis almost got with Rafano, and Keith Rocco cruising along in the top 9.
There's no question about it. There's a good battle going there. Meanwhile, Jervis is trying to shake off Rafano as they work some magic coming off turn number 4. Side-by-side racing between Jervis, and now all of a sudden, Keith Rocco has moved into content among the top 8 cars as well. His next target becomes his teammate, Marcello Rafano.
Rocco said he was lacking a little something a week ago when he finished 2nd to Eric Burt. He hopes to have found it this week as he fireballs his way underneath Rafano. And here comes Kid Rock as he watches himself underneath Rafano to move into the top 7.
While that's been happening, here comes Todd Owen. He puts the hammer down. Down underneath Troy Talman. Todd Owen is running for wins, but he's running for points, Matt.
And $250 for Mike Christopher as he led lap number 13. A $250 bonus for Mike Christopher Jr.
There's no question about it. Meanwhile, there's good side-by-side racing as you move towards the bottom of the top 10. Nick Salva is in 10th. Jervis is in 9th. Marcello Rufano is in 8th. Rocco is in 7th. 14 laps now complete in this 40-lap event for the SK Modifieds. Matt, we're not even at the halfway point. Look at Jervis in that side-by-side battle trying to contend. Remember, Michael Jervis, car 33, he's the current point leader. He is right there with Rufano lap after lap.
Boy, he has so much bite. It's like he has shark's teeth for tires getting underneath Rufano. So Michael Jervis has now climbed into the number 8 position. It is Christopher approaching one of the slower cars, so we'll see how the 82 handles that situation. And right now, he is on easy street. Keith Rocco making a move, and he thunders underneath Matt Galco. So Rocco has moved into the top 6.
There's no question about it. Fastest car on the racetrack on the last circuit by was Steven Kopsik, 19.245. Christopher was a 19.350. Todd Owen was a 19.304. So Owen is looking racy, 2 laps shy of the halfway marker. These are the SK Modifieds, and Michael Christopher lost an engine a week ago. Tonight, the new piece is looking racy as he sets a blistering pace up front. Who are some of the guys we haven't talked about? Williams, with car number 50, is running way back in the 18th position. Is this the story we were talking about before? Strategy about to unfold for the big 5K SK event.
Frank Rocco trying
halfway down, Matt.
Frank Rocco, who is in 16th, trying to move up, but right in front of him, the combination of David Arute and Matt Vassar. So that is a very interesting confrontation deeper in the field. Up at the front, all by his lonesome, is Mike Christopher Jr. and a guy who has cracked the top 10 and is looking pretty good, Nick Salva. Remember, he almost lost it early in the race, and he has made a pretty good comeback.
He certainly has. He's up to the 10th spot. Corey DiMatteo is in the 11th spot. Last week's winner, Eric Byrne, is 12th, and Joey Cipriano sets in 13th.
Glenn Reed said he is going to save his car for the end. Trouble. Hines is in the middle of that. In the middle of turns 1 and 2, and Tommy Bowles is the other car, and there's a third car involved to the right of the 25 of Hines. So a 3-car as we get ready to fire them up.
Green flag is back out. Christopher, little extra giddy up down into turn number 1. Kopsik is still digging in on the outside. Here comes Todd Owen. Owen goes from the high line to the inside line. He puts the Chassis Pro machine to the bottom of the racetrack, and it looks like Kopsik is fighting for dear life in the upper groove. Owen is on the bottom. Glenn Reed's got the best seat in the house to watch. He's not going to watch for long, Matt. Here comes Glenn Reed to try to follow Todd Owen to the front of the class.
As Owen once again gets by Kopchik, makes a dive bomb move down low to try to wrestle the lead away from Mike Christopher. Does he have enough firepower? Not yet. Christopher still out in front. A spirited battle deeper in the field as Kopchik goes out of line as he tries to snare second away from Owen. He is halfway from doing that.
Steven Kopsik driving like he is a man possessed. Quickly moves into the inside. Owen says, not going to happen this time. Here comes Todd Owen. He's hungry for a victory. He'll bonsai to the inside. Michael Christopher tries to do the move that would give him the advantage, but a brand new leader emerges. Todd Owen by inches at the line, Matt. Here comes Glenn Reed.
A blockbuster move by Owen. He took the lead on lap number 25. Let's see if Christopher has enough energy to get it back, as he is like a python now, ready to strike in second place. In third is Kopchik. So Kopchik has been among the front runners for the entire race. And Keith Rocco, what about the 88? It still looks like we haven't seen the best of Rocco as he is hanging around in 5th.
Meanwhile, further back at the bottom of the top 10, Ronnie Williams has just come to life. He's in a dogfight battle. Talman is up the hill on the top side of the racetrack.
Michael Jarvis trying to get underneath Rocco.
And it looks like we're not going to have a caution, Matt. We're going to remain under green. 27 circuits.
Talman was a driver who was in distress, but he is moving, and so is tenacious Todd Owen, as he is leading by about the length of a pitchfork over Mike Christopher and Glenn Reen. He is in trying to get second or third away from Kopchik, and he is really tangled up with that number 21 car. That's a very interesting battle.
It certainly is, Matt. And while that is happening, now all of a sudden Glenn Reen has moved on to the podium. Oh, trouble now. We've got a spin. 17 is involved. And the number 21 is involved. They are here for the points, but to win races. That is a rental machine. Hard to believe you can rent speed and a car that runs that well. But along next to it is the guy it's rented from for Keith Rocco. Nick Salva has also moved up. Galco has moved up. And we haven't even talked about David Arute, who's been a factor as well, now into the top 10, or Ronnie Williams. And then there is Chase Dowling playing possum along with the number 01 of Frank Rocco and last week's feature event winner Eric Burnt.
Now Todd Owen has 7 career SK Light wins, but his last one was in 2016 on October 9th. So he has gone better than 2 years without a victory, but he has a golden opportunity here. Michael Jarvis and Keith Rocco. Jarvis in the Long Island Performance Arbitel Convenience Store, number 33. He is hungry, looking for his first ever SK Modified win. He won a light title and didn't win a race the year that he won the championship. So I would say the hungriest driver in the upper tier of the field might be behind the wheel of car number 33.
Steven Kopchik returns to the competition with the number 21 car. Bill Moran is down there and been working with the Kopchik group. So some of the stars, crew chiefs and drivers for the Wheel and Modified Tour.
What a great getaway by Owen.
Yep, Owen with a nice job of setting a blistering pace. The cream is not only rising to the top, it is now there. Nick Salva moving to the front of the class as they come off the turn. 10 circuits to go.
And Owen pulling away from Mike Christopher. The intense battle is for third. On the inside is Michael Jarvis, and he is trying to gangbuster his way underneath Rocco. Rocco has too much firepower as they scorch out of the fourth corner. Keith Rocco has moved into the top 3.
Rocco is not done yet. Remember, Rocco seems to run best whenever we have the Tour-type modifieds here in Stafford. Here comes Ronnie Williams. Here comes Matt Galco. It's not over with by any stretch of the imagination. Eric Burnt is in the thick of things. Joey Cipriano gets a second win.
And Galco trying to get underneath Nick Salva. That is a fight for the top 5. And a little bit of advantage by about a twig. Matt Galco moves into the top 5. Best battle for third and fourth between Rocco and Jarvis and Todd Owen. Lap number 33 is on the board, and Owen is trying to lock things up, but it won't be easy with Mike Christopher in pursuit.
There's no question about it. And then you've got Keith Rocco, Michael Jarvis, the point leader, Galco at the bottom of the top 5. 6th position is Salva. 7th position is the number 75 of David Arute. A good run for him. And then 8th spot is Chase Dowling, 9th is Williams, and 10th is Eric Burnt. This time, when they come back to the stripe, there's the high 5. 5 circuits to go. Todd Owen, long overdue for success and a win here at Stafford. Out in front, last time by Matt, a 4.17. Christopher, a 4.08. Rocco, a 3.76. How does that, well, literally come out to play? Rocco is the quicker of the three, but Owen isn't about to give up an inch of that lead and the victory here today.
Yeah, if Owen can keep running 4.17s, he will be in good shape, as Mike Christopher trying to play catch-up is unsuccessful, and right now he has to worry about Keith Rocco behind him, because Rocco has become a factor for second place. Jarvis in fourth, and this has been an exciting run for Matt Galco. He has had some giddy-up in that number 3 car. Salva is getting a challenge from David Arute. This could be David Arute's best finish of the season.
Chase Dowling right there with that pack of cars, so isn't Williams. This time, 2 circuits remain. 1 mile left in the competition. Todd Owen, so deserving of a victory here at Stafford. He has worked hard for a long time, Matt. Michael Christopher, also a big factor. Keith Rocco, here's the white flag. Todd Owen isn't about to surrender in a victory here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.
Todd Owen, not only the driver, he is also the car builder as he rockets his way down the backstretch, heading into turn 3, trying to get career victory number 8.
Off turn number 4, Todd Owen has done it. The little train that could, the car that was built in Somers, Connecticut, will be the winner. The Cookers Construction Chassis Pro machine for Owen will take down the win. Michael Christopher to finish in second. Keith Rocco to finish in third. He is ecstatic. Let's go to the winner's circle to our good buddy Dave Barabald and Jeff in Victory Lane.
Todd, a very happy Todd Owen down here in Victory Lane, and he gets congratulations from Brian Narducci. Todd, a tough run tonight. You're able to make the power move off Mike Christopher. Take us through the ride.
I just, really long time since they've been here, and everyone behind me really deserves more of the credit than I do. We worked our tail off for the last few years, and we come so close. Just an awesome feeling to finally get to one spot better, and it was an awesome race with Michael, and you know Keith's coming, the heavy hitters. So, like I said, it's just awesome to be here. Sick of watching Brian win all the time. I mean, now I can actually have a little glory.
Some people behind the 81 you definitely got to thank that got you here to Victory Lane.
Yeah, first I like Steve and Debbie Barnes from Cooker Construction. I know he's up there hoping he can get down here. Butch Shea from Chassis Pro. He puts up with my craziness wanting to build these cars, and I can't thank him enough. Got Red Auto Machine, and got Star Finish Motorsports. Tommy's Tattoo, Hands Welding, Sunoco Race Fuels, R&D Construction, Austin Auto Body, and just every one of them guys that gives me a hand. I definitely can't do it without my help.
And guys, our winner tonight, Todd Owen. And we'll throw it over to Jeff, who has rounded up our second and third place finishers.
I've got Mike Christopher Jr. here getting a congratulations from Brian Narducci, a second place finish tonight. Led at the beginning, had 2 blown engines last week, so quite a rebound, I would say, in the past 7 days. How did that all happen?
Yeah, the past couple, well, the whole season for us has been up and down with mechanical issues, and yeah, last week we blew the motor, broke out the backup car, and then lost power steering before we even went green. And I have power steering issues again today. It just progressively gets worse as the race goes on, but I mean, we're going to diagnose and figure it out. But to come here and finish second, lead some laps, we kind of figured out, finally got to do 40 laps so we can see what the car will do, you know, as the race goes on, and just didn't have enough at the end. Todd and I were running the same lap time, so it is what it is.
And who do you have to thank for getting you that second place finish tonight?
Naproco, the Mayhofer family for sticking along with me for all these years. PT Watts, Craig Equipment Corporation, Mohawk Northeast, Sean Waddell Communications, yeah.
Mike Christopher Jr., always a force to be reckoned with, finishes second place tonight. Third place, Keith Rocco. And you had a great run, brought it up there at the end. How are you feeling after the third place finish?
You know, I'm happy with that. I wish we could have won, but, you know, we started deep. There wasn't many cautions, and the sun into turn 1 was brutal tonight. You know, that played a big part in just being cautious. But I'm going to thank my whole team, John and Maynard Fano, Wheelers Auto, Arbitel Convenience Stores, 811 Call Before You Dig, Pettit for the awesome horsepower, Green Construction, Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair, and my whole team. They work real hard. I can't do without them.
Absolutely. His third place finish tonight for Keith Rocco. We're getting ready to go with late model racing here tonight. Guys up in the booth, how are you feeling about this race coming up?
Morning, I'm feeling down. 'Cause all this life's such a drag. think about what good times we had. Every day was a Saturday, 'cause I ain't got a thing to do. Have a good time. That's right. Just won't have a good time.